Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm very new to this. A paper looked like a good idea, but I already wrote everything on my hand very, very, very tiny. So yeah, we'll start with that. All right, hi. So I started going to therapy recently. Thank you. Give it up for therapy. I wasn't planning on it, but the pandemic was bad. Like something really bad happened over the pandemic. It was like really hard for me. My psychic raised her rates.
Ooh.
So yeah. So I can't afford to talk to her right now, which means I can't afford to see my future. So I figured I would look into the past and think maybe somehow some of that has to do with where my life is going so far. But yeah, so I've been doing that. Oh, okay, so I don't know how many of you guys have ever been to therapy, but so this is how it goes. I talk to my therapist for 1 hour, 1 day a week, and then I spend the next 6 days wondering whether or not she's mad at me. She hasn't told me that she's mad at me, but I definitely feel like she is. I don't know. I really think she's mad at me. Sorry, so tiny on this hand. It's a sliding scale therapist. I use this website called Open Path. And so it makes it very affordable and accessible to people who don't have a lot of money. But that doesn't come without a cost because my therapist is, she's still like getting her hours, so she's not completely licensed. And a lot of that like shows through in our sessions. Like the first red flag was, I was like I've been single for about 3 years. Like I've had all this like turmoil romantically, and I'm just like talking to her about it. And she keeps recommending that I look at TED Talks on YouTube.
Oh my God.
And I paid for this, so I was really hoping that some of the advice I got wouldn't be from a free portion of the internet. But yeah, she recommends that. But even worse than just being TED Talks, they're actually Steve Harvey TED Talk. She's like really into Steve Harvey. She also recommended I read this book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I know. I know. I'm like, yeah, I didn't want this advice to be from YouTube, nor did I want it to be from the host of Family Feud, but here I am. Yeah, she loves Steve Harvey. Another weird thing she does is she's been like finishing my sentences, which I feel like is inappropriate. I mean, it's inappropriate even for like a social setting, but like this woman has met me on Zoom 3 times. Like we don't know each other. So like, so yeah, like I said, I'm just like barely getting into comedy, and I've had a lot of time to think about things over the pandemic. So I was like, okay, maybe I want to do acting. So I signed up for an acting class on Zoom as well, because that's how everything is done. I signed up for this acting class on Zoom, and I'm like guilty of being a bit of a like self-sabotager type of thing. And so like I was really nervous about my acting class. So I like sat in bed all day and just got like really stoned and like ate food that like made me feel bad, and like decided I would take a nap. The class started at 7 p.m. I was like, okay, I'll take a nap at like 6:45. I'll wake up at 6:55 and then I won't be high anymore, and I'll like take my first acting class. And yeah, so I like open the Zoom. I'm still like in the dark, like I look like shit. I'm like fucking stoned. And I like don't turn my camera on because why the fuck would I do that? I just wanted to like scope the scene and like see who was there. And the people who are there are like beautiful, not high people, just like awake, alert, like, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know if I could do this, you know? And so I turned off Zoom, and I was telling my therapist that, and I was like, yeah, I got on the Zoom and everyone just looked so awake and so ready, and I was not, and she goes, conventionally attractive. I'm like, what? Like, I guess, but like, damn, I was not going to say that. I was not, I don't know what I was gonna say, but it wasn't gonna be that. I guess the last thing is that she, I guess maybe she's not mad at me because she kind of admitted that she likes me. She thinks I'm a good person, and she sees the value that I bring to this world. And I'm like, all right.